Okay, I'd like to start off by saying my name is Tom. New to YouTube, first time ever doing this. The lighting's bad, but if I can establish a motive, I'll step up the plate and get me a new camera, get me some new lighting, and all the other good stuff. Now, who am I? Well, my name's Tom. I'm 55 years of age. Uh, I've always wanted to write a book my whole life and never had the patience to do so. I suffer from ADHD, ADD, basically the same thing. It's just I have some hyperactivity disorder with it. Now, what would my blog be about? Doing a little bit about everything probably, but once I get used to the camera. But just to give people some outlook and understanding. A lot of people don't even understand ADD. I was never diagnosed with it as a kid, but I had all the symptoms. Could never get along with my friends. I mean, we got along, but we'd fight. Then we'd be friends, fight, friends. Well, that all being said, I mean, you got along with it, And then as I got older, you transition to other things. You got married. My first wife, she was a recovering alcoholic, but she introduced herself to me, and I was 16, and I got with her when I was 21, and then we had an affair, and that was the bad part. See, you make bad decisions too with having ADHD. Married her. She put me through 12 years of hard times, and then I divorced her and married her again. Well, that was a mistake. But, ADHD, ADD, you tend to do nice things and you tend to give chances. Now, that being said, divorced her again. Moved on, found me another lady, was with her for 4 years, got me into doing cocaine. Well, that was a bad deal. So I did it for so long and I gave it up. And haven't touched that stuff in over 20 years. Me and my wife have been together for like 20 years now. Well, 19 years. And I haven't touched it in over 20 years. I've been blessed with 3 grandkids. Now, that being said, I didn't start getting treatment for ADHD until like maybe 10 years ago. Then I kind of walked away from it. Then I got back with it. And, it's like bipolar. They tried to treat me for bipolar. I don't have bipolar. Can never do bipolar. Can never take the medication. Now, ADHD is kind of like bipolar. You get treated for it, and then you think, well, I'm okay. Then you walk away from it. And then when you walk away from it and things happen, then you start thinking, man, I should never walk away from that because it helped. So now I'm back on it, and it helps me real well. I still have to, work with it, Now, okay, that all being said, I always wanted to write a book, like I say. And my grandson, he's 11 years old now. He started watching it probably about three years ago. He started talking to me about it and stuff, Papa, he loves, he wanted to get his own channel. But he's too young, of course. But that being said, my wife says I talk a lot, which I do, and because I'm kind of nervous too, though. And I thought I would just give you a little bit about my life. So right now, my first start out is to let you know who I am. 55 years of age. Suffer from ADHD. And I do have a bad neck from a car accident in 96. And I re-injured at work. And I used to work in printing. I worked in printing for 8 years. Ran rolls for 7 years. I used to have to pick around big heavy rolls around, move them around, feed the press the paper. Well, when I hurt my neck, I could no longer do that. Now I get injections in my neck. I was getting cortisone shots, but then I started getting a reaction to the cortisone, so now they burn the nerves. Excuse me. So that all being said, now they can burn the nerves, and now I thought I'd go ahead and start over because I'm on crutches. I'm in my grandson's room. He lives with us. I'm on crutches because I was helping a mother-in-law out and fell about 10 feet, landed on my feet, squatted, and I cracked the tibia going into the knee, 2 of the cracks in that tibia, but it never separated from the bone, so the doctor said he thought they would heal. I'm on my let me see, 5th week now. Happened on Saturday, and I guess June. I think it was in June. But anyways, it's through a hamper in my situation. So I thought I'd go ahead and start trying to do the YouTube right now, and see if anybody wants to follow me and subscribe to my page, and I can make more, and I'll get some better camera and better lighting and stuff like that. Not out to make money. I just like to be able to tell my story, about where I started out in life and where it's led me, and the struggles I used with having ADHD. And some people don't even know they have it, and it may not affect you. If it doesn't, that's great. But if it does, I think you should. I'm not a doctor, not a psychologist, not a psychiatrist, not even a doctor. But that being said, I have lived it. I understand it, and if you don't know it, maybe I can help you with it. But because it is a nasty disease, man. It started eating me alive when I was probably around, I don't know, I'm 55, like I say now. I might have been around 40 or something like that, maybe sooner than that. It started bugging me. And, everybody says, well, you have selective memory, my wife says, you only want to hear what you want to hear. And it's not true, man. And I do a lot. I do laundry around the house. I cook sometimes. I clean. I do the floors. And I work part-time because of my neck. And that being said, if people, they don't understand, what it's like to have ADHD. Like, for instance, I tore my knee up in 2011. The same knee, I fell on it at work, and I fractured the tibia, tore the bone off the ligament in the back, and tore the meniscus. Well, I didn't go to the hospital. I didn't go to urgent care for like 3 days after I did this. Couldn't work, of course. But I was taking care of the grandson because he lives with us. Well, I go to put him in the back of the car, and I go to bend over, and I thought, oh, that tore me up. So I had to go to urgent medical care that night. Doctor took off like 3 vials of blood off my knee and sent me to a surgeon. Well, when I went to the surgeon says, he had me do an MRI. And I go to get my results, and he's standing over top of me. I'm sitting in a chair. He's like right on top of me. And I'm trying to back away from him because he says I had to have surgery. He says, if you don't have surgery, you'll never have a knee. So I'm trying to get away from him. He's like, well, really? Come on, dude. I'm 40, 2011. I think I was like 47. I didn't want to hear that, So I had to have surgery, and it healed, he did a great job. I healed up pretty good, Now I fell on the same knee and re-injured again, but I guess I didn't tear up the stuff he damaged. I didn't tear up what he repaired. I fractured the tibia above that in 2 little cracks, and I hope the meniscus is still good, and the bone in the back the ligament is still good. They did an MRI at the hospital, a CAT scan, and they never mentioned nothing about it. So 6 weeks, I guess, end of this month, I may be able to walk on it, hopefully. I got lucky, didn't have to have surgery. My first surgery, I had to have an operation, and I got a blood clot afterwards, and it was bad. Now, this is my first day starting this. I'm a little shaky, a little nervous. Hope to get better. Hopefully, I can get some people subscribing, and leave comments down below, and maybe people can help you talk things through. I can help you talk things through. And, there's many people out there who get treated for bipolar who don't have bipolar. Okay? They try to treat me for bipolar when I first got diagnosed with this stuff. Well, when I hurt my neck and I couldn't work, and then I had to, messes with your mind. But I didn't get depressed then. And they tried to give me medication. Oh, man, I was like, oh, I couldn't take that medication. No way, shape, or form. And so then they tried to treat me with it, like I said. And then I started seeing a doctor. They said I had ADHD, but that being said, and then I just recently went back probably about 6 months ago. I lose track of time. 6 months to a year or something like that. I seen the doctor. I says, do you see ADHD? Bipolar. He says, no. I talked to the guy. He's a professional doctor. Writes you medicine. A psychiatrist, not a psychologist. A psychiatrist. I said, do you see any ADHD? I'm sorry, bipolar up in me? He says, no, I don't detect no bipolar, no way, shape, or form. My wife can tell you, I don't get, like a roller coaster and fall off and slam on my face and, and be down for like 2-3 days or not even a day. I don't get depressed, man. Now I get bummed out. Everybody gets a little bummed out. I'm not going to hurt my knee again. Now, that all being said, hopefully we can get some subscribers. And I guess, just if you watch this, if you could take time, just please, click, you liked it or you didn't like it, And that's where you get started at. That's how you get started. And subscribe if you will, please. And we'll go from there. This is my first day, and hopefully we can get together and talk things out and maybe understand the situation. Because like I say, believe me, a lot of people don't even know what ADHD is. They know, but I have to give you an idea. I'm almost done. My pain doctor, I have a doctor for my neck, and he had told me one time, he says, Tom, he says, back in the day when we were growing up, they treated us for eating too many Twinkies. Had too much sugar, And he says, Tom, he says, I suffer from ADHD. Now, this guy is a chiropractor and a DO, okay? There are so many people. Rodney Dangerfield had ADHD, same thing. Lots of people out there have ADD. And, it can lead you down a bad road because it mimics bipolar, like I say to you, And if they try to treat you for bipolar, they can, you're jacked, man. You're screwed up. And they treated my dad for bipolar, and that man, they screwed him over. And when we were growing up, 55, 50, 65, 40, 70, they had lead paint, okay? They had lead gasoline. Do your homework. Lead creates ADD. Now, that all being said, there's people out there ate up with this stuff, man, in the older ages, and younger kids now too, because China, China, yeah, China is giving kids, putting paint in the toys. But wait, we're not gonna go down that road right now. We can go down another day. But hopefully you like my video, and we can go from there. Please subscribe and give it ups or downs. Thank you very much. Bye bye. I'll probably see you tomorrow, maybe, hopefully, if it works out good tonight. Thanks. Bye-bye.